go now. All right, so let's get started. Good afternoon. This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for July 31st, 2020. All right, we got the Qs up 1.78% there. The SPY up just 0.75. All right, bullish today. Initial gap up did get sold, but the market was able to recover into the afternoon. We came into today bullish bias here. We look higher on the hourly as well as the daily. So gonna be expecting higher prices going into next week. Expect sell-offs to get bought. Now, where could that potentially change here? What's the area that we're watching here? Is going to be underneath 256.50. Okay, is where we will no longer be bullish. If we're able to start some kind of downtrend on the hourly, then we can start talking about looking for kind of bearish opportunities. But for right now, all right, heading into next week, bullish. All right, and we're going to about to get into the bulk of earnings season next week. We had a lot of big names reporting today. A lot of them gapped up. The Facebook, the Amazon, the Apple. And so market gapping up as well, and then closing up here near the highs. Okay, so bullish going into next week. All right, let's go over some of today's plays here. Well, these are all of the plays for me anyway. The SRNE gave it a shot here this morning. Had a call on this playing over 1030 here. Okay, and kind of got going and then immediately started to reverse. We did kill this early at 10:14 instead of letting it stop out underneath 10. Generally, yeah, I try not to mess with the plays too much. That was a deviation from management. That was an early trail. The reason for that is that the market was still staying weak. We had kind of gotten this trigger that immediately got reversed. So I thought it was kind of the best thing to do, even though it was a deviation from management there. Okay, so yeah, on this, a half our loss on this SRNE, and that was fine. We just, got out of it and moved on. Okay, you can see it ended up getting sold the rest of the day. I did like the gap. I did like the strength it was showing in the morning, but as the Qs and SPYs were moving lower, this was holding up well enough, I thought, to give it a shot, and then ended up failing. So that was the first play. James had a really nice call here on the SM as a climactic buy setup as it accelerated down into this bottom, got a bunch of volume down there. So that ended up being a pretty nice long there on the SM. And then just before we went to lunch, gave you the numbers on the FRSX. Okay, this was holding up well. A nice base here, consolidation on a pro gap up on this FRSX. Lots of resistance here to the left. That was kind of the issue. That's why when we discussed the target, he was saying 165. Looks like we ended up getting to 166. Is that right? I thought I went a little bit. No, I guess 166. I thought I went a little bit higher than that, but 165. So did get to the first target. That was 2 Rs, but then the back half trailed out. Okay, so not a big play there, but enough to cover the SRNE, and then the SM was really nice from James. Nice tight stop on that one. I think it was over 260 was the play there. Yeah, over 260 over that 2-minute bar, and then stop at low of the day. So very tight stop. Nice play there on the SM. Okay, so a little bit less busy today for me than earlier in the week. But overall, still some nice stuff there. I think next week will be very busy. So hopefully you get lots of rest this weekend and then come into next week nice and ready to go. Hopefully you're enjoying the new room and the calls this week. I thought the calls were pretty good this week. Some nice big plays, and that's what we expect from earnings season. Okay? All right. Have a great weekend, guys, and I will talk to you on Monday. Remember, bullish bias going into Monday. You know where we're looking in case that needs to be changed, but otherwise, expecting higher prices next week. All right. Have a good weekend.